Welcome back to a Christmas extravaganza of simulators. We are in Berlin 1990, I think I said it at. And we are driving a... oh god, let's just put it in third. I think that's just the highest gear it will use. We're in Berlin, we're doing bus driving for the holiday period. We are here at Hirschstraße, we're going to Bahnhof Falkensee. We'll come to stop here, open the doors and perhaps press this button here so they know which way we're going. Are you willing to come on the bus today? Right, we are on the right route, correct. Over here we've got 92 Falkensee at 43 and it's just a bit wrong on that, but what does it say on the outside? It's one of the old ones, so I need to change it manually and I can't use that thing up there. So we'll go in here, 92 we will put in. I need to reach quite far over and I'm looking away. We're now looking back here. Can we find FA? Fahrschule, no, Falkensee, Chaussee, Falkensee, Falken, anything of Rückstraße, that's close. Falkensee, Bahnhof, there we go. And now everybody's coming onto the bus. Guten Tag und herzlich willkommen auf dem Weihnachtsbus. Yes, it's not the party bus today, it's the Weihnachtsbus. You want a child ticket, which one is that? That is not that one, that one. Kurzstrecke, Näherungs... Ja, kein Problem. You need one, you need three. Wind your neck in, you can't. I've given you what you want. Haven't I? Oh, hang on, that's wrong. Oh god, that's a short one, that's why. Yeah, I gave you a lot of return, but you're very polite, you're very German in that. So we are running a bit late. I don't foresee us catching up any time really here, because it's, you know, raining. But we will try and set up here nice and gentle. If I remember, that's the washer bottle, that's fine. We shall turn it around here, check just over here to see, you can't see shit. That's a Golf, come on then, thank you. Oh god, there's a mirror. I haven't played this in a long time, so I'm not 100% certain on what everything does. But it all broadly seems to be correct. So next up will be Pillenzer Weg. We're getting very cold in the bus. I'm hoping that the... I don't know if that's the button I want to be going at. We'll put that on. I know there is an engine heater function somewhere, but I don't remember what button it is on this particular type of bus. So we're not... is it this one here? It might be the one I pressed there. That might be heating up the engine. So as soon as we see this go up, we can go ahead and we can turn on the heater. But you don't want it too hot in the winter, do you? I've set the in-game temperature at -6 degrees, so we don't want to put it too high. We also need to push the Schwirbenschwasher here on. And we also need to be paying attention that where we're going. We also need to go a bit quicker than 6 or 30 kilometers an hour. There we go, but we need to be careful. It's snowy, sort of like a medium-ish snow we got going on here, and we don't really have much grip. In fact, I may want to actually turn off the automatic engine braking because that might not work. I might also want to tweak my brake pedal because that's very sensitive right now. So that's just going to boom slam it on. It won't be present, not present. That's what we're giving today. It's Christmas, but it won't be pleasant. That's for sure. So we're now waiting here for the lights. I haven't done any snow ploughing, so we're going to see how this all develops. Chances are we're going to be quite late. We don't have the timer going on here, and there's a traffic light. We need to be paying attention to that. We can see that cross traffic is going on, so no need to worry about that. I hope you're all having a wonderful Christmas. As you got through Christmas Eve all right and everything. Not that we got murder or anything like that. Let's just have a nice and happy time, bringing happy Germans to their relatives in Berlin 1990. It's a happy time for the Germans. So what could possibly go wrong? You may only be slightly late, but you're going to see some family that you most likely haven't seen in quite a few years. I believe I've actually set this at the second year after the fall of the wall, so they've had one Christmas together. But it's a good time for the Germans anyway. Let's put in here to a stop, pick up everybody who's going to complain either that it's very cold or that I'm running a bit late. Which I think is very rude of them, considering that I'm bringing them Christmas stuff, right? Guten Tag! Guten Tag! It's not my problem if you're cold, because you're not wearing the right type of clothing. You want a Fahrschein. Ja, oh, du musst das. Oder was ist das Problem mit dem Geld? Ja, das ist viel gut Geld, ja. Und du musst a short one. That is the Kurzstrecke over there. You're giving me 5, so that is 3. Oh, sorry, that's wrong. Yeah, that's right. That's no 3, and then we give that one, and then everybody's happy, and then everybody comes on board. Any more tickets? We don't have to. Oh God, you want a ticket as well? What do you want? Go on then. Einer normal, yeah. And that was one of those 2, 4, 5, 2, and then 30. Yeah, I can do numbers, me. We can close the door now and get moving on the bus. How are we looking with the oil temp? It's rising. Oil temperature's rising. Power's getting low. So we'll put on the heater, get everybody's hands to heat up. That's a bus that's gone through me. Christ on a bicycle. Okay, mirrors are wrong. Coming from somebody who's played trucking simulators and My Summer Car. All of the mirrors and everything is very wrong. I sit too low, everything here. I'm going up the inside of a lorry. How could this possibly go wrong? It's making me uncomfortable. We got a bus stop here so I can back out of it. Yeah, I think we're going to turn off the automatic engine braking here because it is not a happy moment for me. That's going to get very skittish in case the snow picks up, which it won't unless I tell it to, but I might because I like the fun challenge over here. Hello. Guten Tag, guten Tag. Oh, du musst eine Fahrschein, Kurzstrecke. One of those. Oh, you've given me a tour, that's fine. You don't need a ticket, you're a child, you don't need no tickets from me, that's right, kiddo. So we'll set off here from the curbing. Next up is Magistraatweg. Temperature's going up, right? Well, we just had the door open, probably not. Yeah, 5 degrees centigrade. Do I remember where I turn off? Yeah, probably. I remember there's a shop on the right-hand side on the road that I'm turning in on. So we're going to position ourselves over here just in case, because I think it might actually be here. Or is it? Is it here? Is it here that we're turning? Oh gee, no, I don't think so. Well, okay, oh gee, no, definitely not. No, see, those people are also getting ready to get on the bus, so that's fine. I'm on the right course. We will slowly bring the bus to a halt here curbside. Say guten Tag und willkommen auf dem Weihnachtsbus. Oi! You're going to Christmas? Be nice, I'll show you... No, I won't show you anything, I'll shove you off the bus, that's what I'll bloody do, innit? Bus stop completed. Setting off here, next time might be the one where we're turning. We've got the wipers on full beam, let's try and turn them off. And that's Vasha, is that the intermittent one that I want here? Next up is Sandstraße, and I believe that is where we do indeed turn off. They do look like they've got LED lights in the grille. They've got 6 mounted in a V. But I'm not 100% sure that is correct. Also, should we technically be putting on our headlights on this? I don't know. Maybe I have them on. I don't know. It doesn't matter anyway. It's a simulator, innit? So we should be turning up here next time. Turning left at a junction through some squiggly wiggly roads. Basically, I know the way this goes. Yeah, this seems about right. We're not stopping here. Oh god, I have such terrible frame rate. I really should try and fix that because I just stutter a wee bit. You're not getting ready to get on here because the number 92 doesn't stop here, right? Let's do the Sumiini stuff out here. See, where does it say that says 94N? Desperately leaning over it. Nope, see, that doesn't stop here, so we're on the right track. That's the 94 over there. Guten Tag. Yeah, that's Joe driving that one. He's got his name on the side of the bus as well. So we're turning here onto Sandstraße. Nobody here's going to stop. Nobody knows where the lanes are, of course, because it's snowing and you can't see those things. But we can make an educated guess. Right onto Sandstraße. It is not that slippery, so we may do a bit of trickery just to make it a bit more snow. But we are running a wee bit late. So we will bring it over here curbside. Not try and scrap it. Open the doors here. Guten Tag. Guten Tag, guten Tag, guten Tag. No tickets, I love you all, you're good passengers. I think I double pressed my door lock and that's no way, no. Off from the curbing. It is going well. Oh, you can get your hair cut in there by Müller. So Müller probably closed for the holidays, but that's okay. They're enjoying the time of the... Oh, a Manta. Oh, that is a nice motor. Another one, just in front of the Trabant. Well, ignore the Trabant, that's not nice, but the Manta's very nice. Rear-wheel drive that, lots of fun in rally mode. Conveniently, every parked car doesn't have a registration plate, they're all white. Clever thing the Germans did to prevent theft. They don't do it anymore for, I think, cost reasons. We'll pull up here on Bläserwitzer Ring. Yeah, simulator target sometimes in this year, which is probably already passed. Open the doors. Read to let on people, thank you. Ticket. Anyone here mit Fahrscheine? Nein. Oder ja? Vielleicht. Last one in? No. I got the last one on board. Nobody needed a ticket. Nobody's waiting. We'll pull away here as that. Really? We got to work around on the roads on Christmas Eve? That seems a bit wrong. Anyway, what's the time now? It's getting to the point where nobody really is at work other than the people who need to be at work, such as a bus. Do I turn? No, we don't, because that looks like a... Yeah, that's just a dead end. That's fine. We'll carry on down the roadway. Yeah, Christmas Eve is now at this point where it's like... What was it? Was it nearly 1,500 hours? Yeah, the 24th, Christmas Eve at nearly 1,500 hours. That is about the time where you only really have shops are closing and all that stuff. So only really like ambulance people, firemen and bus drivers and that are at work. Oh my god, I'm understeering because it's snowy. Damn cunt me, forgot about that. Yeah, sorry about that. It's not the most comfortable bus ride, but you haven't moaned about it yet. Guten Tag und fröhliche Weihnacht. Yes, that one there, that was that. So shit. Oh, I got it right, so it's 3:30 for that. I can do numbers, me. I really can't, but let's not tell the passengers because they might take advantage of it. Actually, no, they're all German, so they wouldn't. They'd be polite. That's probably Seeburger Weg, not Seeburger Straße. I'm guessing. Let's just come to stop here. Heater is getting us up to 12 degrees. Let's try and just wind that back in a bit. Let's just wait here for the light to go green. Near dramas, I think we're okay. No complaints out here. What is our timeline at Seeburger Weg? Can we see that here? Horstein. Oh no, we're far ahead there. Seeburger Weg is 51. So let's see here. Seeburger Weg 51. Yeah, we're running 5 minutes late and it's snowy, so I don't foresee any good chances of making up that time. I also got a massive time penalty because I took over a bus from an AI driver. I got like 17 minutes late he was, which was a bit rude onto the game, but whatever. We shall try and make it up by some spirited driving if we could. Whoa, okay. Despite the fact that we can see absolutely nothing, the frame rate is appalling. Is that because I have some sort of stability thing going on? Perhaps it is, I don't know. Let's just see here if we can accelerate. Or we can't because the frame rate. I know there's a bus shelter here, but I know that the next bus stop's on the other side of the junction. Usually I have the engine brake or the retarder on automatically when I lift off, but in this weather that seems a bit dodgy. We'll indicate to the side, come here, pull up to the bus stop, because I'm a good, competent bus driver, me. Stop, read, also open automatic, we'll open front door. Guten Tag. No tickets, close the door. I'll go ahead then and go into options, and then we will go to probably turning off reduced multi-threading. I don't know which one we want to go for. Yeah, I mean, all of this, we don't really have that far distance being viewed, so all of this should sort of be okay, but you know, that's probably fine. We press OK, the game won't shit itself, right? Well, it does look like the game actually shat itself. That's why you don't make any prophecies. And we're back in here. Everything seems to be working. A bloke wants a ticket over here, so he needs probably another one, and then right. Another coin, got it. She wants a far shine, that's there, so chimp. There we go, so it's 2:30, got it, 2:30. Let's try this again. Off we go. I should have checked where we were, shouldn't I? Pevsevik, Seestrasse, Klosterstrasse, now we're far ahead. So we may want to try and go with Pevsevik, although it doesn't actually make announcements here, so that's just for my convenience. Should I want to hear it. Also turn off the indicator, that seems to be lacking quite a bit. Don't I have... Okay, so lights are on, got it. Bus stop here, which bus stop is this? this is Pervisavik, so we can now check that once we come to a stop here. Compare our stop time here. So what does it say about Pervisavik? Stop it here. Pervisavik is 54. Current time is 58. So we've gained a minute. And we've got a green light here that we can go ahead and skid right on through. Turn that off. That seems a bit pointless now. Temperature's not looking brilliant, is it? So we should increase the heater so the temperature gets high in the cabin so our passengers are comfortable. So next stop, Siegstrasse. Coming up in a moment, I reckon. She's walking in an uncleared sidewalk. That's probably a bit dippy, isn't it? So where should this next stop be? That's not the one right at the very end, as far as I remember. It should be coming up in a second, and we are stopping. Yellow light means stop. The next stop is... Oh Christ, it's right there. Eee. I don't think we're stopping in time, so you guys are going to have to walk a lot. Jesus, it's just getting... In hindsight, I went in there a bit hot. My wheels have gone very hard all of a sudden. They're still walking though, so that's good. We will open the door here, we'll wait, I'll just make sure nothing's gone wrong here. No, everything seems right. We'll have to put on my sorry face for when these passengers get aboard. They're coming actually, good. Guten Tag, guten Tag, guten Tag. You want a child ticket? Got it, you will get that one. Sorry, that was the wrong one. I know. There we go. You want a short one? Got it, there it is. You want that, you want a 50 in return. Oh no, you don't. There we go, see, no dramas. Did we lock the doors? No, we didn't, so engage this here. And now we hope that the steering slacks up. For some reason that has gone very firm and sort of locked in a weird position here. That guy drove through. Jesus, something's gone wrong with the yeah, alright, this is alright, I need to fix this. And apparently my braking or something was so hard it actually caused the game to slip out of its steering wheel configuration. That's how competent a bus driver I am. Next stop is Klosterstrasse, and we will try and not make up time by speeding. That's a stupid idea when it's snowing, because you're just going to skid for miles when it brake. Like for example here, we'll just ease off, hope it changes. Come on, change. Don't make me stop, you dick. Oh god, you're making me stop, that's fine. Or are you? Come on, green. No, alright, it's Christmas, we need to look at red, that's okay, green time now. Another 92, I mean I suppose it's snowing so every bus is going to be late, that's just what happens when it's snowing. So I shouldn't be so concerned about it, but that's a problem with being, you know, a bus driver these days. You have all of these timers and gadgets and that tells you you're late. Oh god, you're so late now that I'm actually coughing about it. But yeah, nowadays you've got all of these systems where you are informed about your lateness and all of that you need to catch up with, and you're going to get told off if you are late, so it's no good. Get rid of those things because they don't benefit anybody, it'll just make every passenger terrified, which happens to me. It slipped out of its track IR configuration. That's not the one, I know, but it's all wrong, I can't lock this thing in. What did you give me? You gave me two, that, so you need that. We need a quad stroke, I think it's exactly the same with you. It is, so I'll go ahead quickly, tap out here, bring up my track IR control. Where is it? It is here. No, see, you defaulted into default, and well, that does make sense, certainly. I want you in bus. And now we need to close the doors so we don't make everybody cold. Indicator from the curbing, get rid of that menu because it is ruining my immersion. We look fine in the mirror, put that behind the Golf. Interestingly, they're called VVs in Denmark. We don't call them VWs, just VVs, because it seems a bit weird to say W. Go on, mip motherfucker. I do have a horn, I just remembered what button it was. We've technically entered the junction, so we're going to go through regardless of what the lights say. Although I'm putting down a lot of power here. Next stop is Hohlebnerstrasse. Oh, and it's not happy. That was actually too much power. The back end's are skidding about. Can everyone who's very fat please sit right on top of the rear axle, please? I need all of the traction I can get. Actually, we want them at the fullback. That does help push down the suspension onto the ground. So if anybody who's really fat, please sit at the back and the bottom. to reduce the weight on the rear axle. That would be brilliant. Now though, we just got a festive red light, of course. I feel like we need to play like Jingle Bells or something over this, or whatever you play in Germany, probably Stille Nacht. And I need one of those Santa hats on as well if I was a bus driver today. Probably the day you're least likely to get punched in the face as a bus driver, which probably makes for a change from the last month or so with all of the Christmas parties and such that's been going on, where it's probably more likely you get punched in the face if you're a bus driver. See, that doesn't happen if you're a train driver because you're apart from the passengers. One of the many advantages of trains. Next stop here on Ruhlebner Straße. Anybody wants to get on? Yep, we got a couple of people getting ready, and I don't think we got a bus behind us. But really, I can't see anything in these low resolution mirrors. Come to a stop here. We're stopping here, right? Well, we are now. Guten Tag, wie geht's? You're wearing a t-shirt, same t-shirt. You want a full rate. You can't even be bothered to talk to me though, so I just want to cut you up. You come aboard, you don't want nothing. Close that, back on the track IR. Next up is the U-Bahn at the, I believe that's City Hall. When are we supposed to be at City Hall? Rathaus Spandau 1501. We're gaining time in the wet, snow. Whatever this is what we're gaining time in. And we can sort of vaguely see lanes here actually, which is nice. I do like that. Now I have to figure out where at this massive bus station we're actually stopping, and also where are the lines on the road, because they're sort of invisible a bit. And we then go on here and put on the wipers on in sort of... You're making a U-ey, that's nice and helpful to me, isn't it? So we put that off here. That is windscreen wiper. Anybody here is waiting to get on a bus? Yes, you are. Does it say 92 anywhere? Does it say? It says 92 all the way up here, so we're going to that place. That's okay. Let's bring it in nice and close to the curbing. Stop, stop, stop. Stop here. Actually open one of the doors, so we don't want to let too much heat out. Although we are about 19 now, so we really want to ease off that, otherwise it's going to get very warm. You're coming on here as the only passenger, I believe. You're aboard here, let me just check. No, we've got another one coming, I think. Guten Tag. Ja, ich weiß, ich habe das korrekte, ja. Kein Problem. Ich bin einer kompetente Busfahrer. Ja, ja, natürlich. That was a bit of a mistake. Not as competent, but you know, everybody makes mistakes. It's Christmas. I'm probably drunk because I'm a bus driver. Working Christmas Eve. I mean, that really is a thankless job to do on Christmas Eve, isn't it? And that's a washer. That's the one I want on then? Is it not fair? Next stop here at Moritzstraße. Need a couple more passengers. I mean, this is about the time where you'd be getting over to like the people you were spending Christmas with if you aren't already there. Just before the Christmas meal, the good Christmas meal, of course. Guten Tag. That's not appropriate dressing for this weather. It's -5 degrees outside, madam. You're going to get yourself a cold. It's just not appropriate, that kind of clothing in this temperature. It just really isn't, especially not on Christmas Eve. Do you want to spend the whole of Christmas in your bed, being like ill with like the flu or something? I don't think so. So just do everybody a favour, wear appropriate clothing for the temperatures, because it's just no fun. Oh, can we get a red light? We have a red light, we want the green light. Apparently we've got a builder over there, a bricklayer. Really, that doesn't seem like the right kind of day to be working on that. You'd have to be majorly behind in a project in order to be working on Christmas Eve. Although it is technically Monday, so they could. But we're not 100%. Was that me hitting the curb, or was that just a bump in the road? I'm guessing bump in the road. It makes me feel better if we say bump in the road. So we're going with bump in the road. They're coming to a stop, nearly had a smash because somebody's trying to move over a lane where it's not appropriate. And we're stopping not here. Well, technically we'll know if we stop. We're stopping here though because there's traffic in the road. I don't believe we're stopping at the first one. We may be stopping at the second. I'm not sure. We'll see if people move out to the side of the road. I mean, are you going to be a dick about this or what? Oh, you got more cars in front of you, so can't blame the van exclusively. And he is trying to force his way out. So go right on ahead there. Let's see here. I mean, it doesn't help that it says 92. Are you guys getting ready to get on this bus? Because that one says 98. Yeah, you're not getting on here. That's a wrong stop for you. You're getting out to the side of the road, so I'm stopping here with you. That's fine. We get 2 inappropriately dressed women. One's got a sweater on, though, which is slightly more appropriate. Guten Tag. Oh, you're doing the twisty thing. Guten Tag und herzlich willkommen auf dem Weihnachtsbus. They walk straight on, no problem. Have we closed the rear doors? We have. So we need to set ourselves up here. We are turning around. We need to wait for the light at the top to come on, if I remember correctly. And then we need to be quite sharpish, actually. So we'll wait here. We'll wait for everything to go red. Then it'll come on at some point. I'll lean over to you guys and do some more ASMR, because I'm very closer to the microphone here. Let's wait and see here if it goes red, if we let through now, or if it's at the other end of the cycle. It might be. Yeah, it's not now, so we'll just wait it out. There we go. We can now go ahead and turn around. Oh, the only thing we're turning though is the wheels. Christ. I think I gave it just a bit too hard of a throttle input there. We'll go ahead and do full steering lock for this. Seeing as it is quite a tight bend. Next is Horsteinweg. Anybody taking on board here? Anybody? 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 No takers. Suits me just fine. Then it's Falkensee Dam, which is probably a little pond they've got. And now I've got to figure out where we go on the road, because, I mean, I can't see the markings, so I don't know where anything is. It's anarchy because it's a bit snowy, innit? I'll position myself here. That gives me plenty of room to act. Again, we can't see the road markings, so nobody's going to look at me really sourly if I get this wrong. And we can be a bit tricky about this. Come on then. It is weird, though, that we're perfectly fine driving in the winter without the markings on most of the time. But if we disobey them at any other time, it would be pandemonium. Yeah, see, this is what I talk about when I say pandemonium. We're a bus driver. We drive like a bus driver. We have to. It's the law that bus drivers drive like cunts. Then we go around here, go off at the massive fuck off roundabout. Go off here. We got a stop coming up here. Ready to come to a stop here because there's a foot crossing. We're not even skidding that much, but this doesn't have ABS, so we wouldn't actually get any warning about skidding of tyres. We would just have our own thing. How dirty are we by now? Yeah, we're getting mucky. Mucky, yeah. When should we be here? At Falkensee Dam. Oh, green light, we can't really look at it, can we? Steinweg, Falkensee Dam at 06 or 07. Let's go with 07. I mean, we are sort of okay now. I think we're technically on time going by the timing system. So we'll bring it in here. Guten Tag. Stop. Open doors. Lock our camera in place so we can actually see what we're doing here. We can actually put it on to air recirculation. I'll turn recirculation off. Why would you want that on when you can bring in fresh air? It just gets a bit muggy after all, especially in the winter. At some point, you're just going to be breathing in another person's butt sweat, and nobody wants to breathe in anybody else's butt sweat. Your own's kind of mank enough. Somebody else's, no thank you. Anyway, next up is Flankenschanze, which is at some point up ahead. Hopefully, we will not get too many passengers now. Everybody's at home, hopefully with their family, their loved ones, ready to celebrate Christmas. We can have a nice little sailing through. Bring over here. People are getting off here, so they're going off to celebrate Christmas. Everybody who's inappropriately dressed, it seems, apart from that one bloke who's wearing a coat, is inappropriately dressed for this. Hello, guten Tag. We need to wait until the doors are open. Guten Tag und herzlich willkommen. You want what? It would be helpful if you told me what you want. You want no. Why didn't I, King? You knobby cunt. I'm normal. See, now we're talking. That's fine, I know what you're saying to me, so I can press the right buttons and all.
Eine Kurzstrecke.
Eine Kurzstrecke, ja, Kurzstrecke. Und das ist the 30... Is that shillings? I think they're shillings. No, pfennings, that's what they are. Shillings, that's what the English uses. I'll press a button now that's called track IR to go whoopsie boopsie. Oh god, what button have I pressed here? Oh god, what's going on? Why is track IR not working anymore? Right, pause. Pause the buzz, I need to get control back here. We're in bus mode, right? Why is it showing up there as red? Well, I don't know what that was about. It was just having a massive shit there for a moment. That's okay. Off we go. We now have head movement back. Sorry, my neck just cramped up. I had to just stop for that. See, we don't want to go and break the immersion more than necessary. I think next stop is Askania Ring. The temperature's dropping a wee bit, innit? So we will speed that up a wee bit. Just here, they're getting off. Lovely. Ready to go. About 16 degrees would actually be about right, wouldn't it? You don't want the bus to be too warm when you're coming aboard. I've tried that a couple of times and it's absolutely awful. In the winter when you're going on a bus and it's like very cold outside and you're about ready to jump on and they put it at like 22 degrees on the inside and you're dying with heat exhaustion. Same thing happens on trains, which is really annoying. It's just a bit easier to take your coat off on a train, of course, because, you know, it's a train. Usually you go on trains for a longer distance, not on a bus, which can be quite short distance. And you have a bit more room on a train because it's a train and it's a bit bigger. So that is an advantage with trains. Let's stop here at das Ring, bring them all of these people who are celebrating Christmas. Guten Tag! Frohe Weihnacht! Ja, ja, natürlich. Du willst eine Kurzstrecke? Ja. Eine Kurzstrecke, and you gave me 2 so you get 30 Pfennigs in return. Woman, you're not going to tell me what you want? Well, I'm going to guess then. I got the right, 2:30, close all the doors. Doors all closed, all indicate from the curbside. Not spin the wheels too much. Actually, shall we go ahead and make it a bit more difficult? Weather, user defined weather, medium snow, heavy snow. Oh yeah, now you're talking. Now you're talking. We could technically remove snow, but why would we? It's a bit of a fun, innit? Tyres are spinning. Party time. Next up is Hohenzollern, right up here. Plenty of people looking to get on. That's alrighty. Hope you're ready for a lovely tempered bus ride. Right? Slowly, slowly, slowly. Stoppy. Open the front door. Guten Tag, guten Tag, guten Tag. Einmal normal, ja natürlich. Kein Probleme für den Busfahren. Und du? Nein, keine Billetten oder Scheine für dich. Natürlich. Next up, Zweibrücker Straße, which is indeed in Berlin. It would be fun to go to Berlin and see these places in real life. Having driven here quite a few times. I've played this for more than 101 hours in real life, I suppose. Next up here, Zweibrücker Straße, a couple of women getting on. One is appropriately dressed. Actually, both are sort of appropriately dressed. They've both got at least a shirt on. Okay, that one certainly isn't. That would just be cold.
Zu spät sind sie mal wieder.
Ja, hast du da keine Schnee gesehen? Ja? Der Bus ist zu langsam im Schnee. What a bunch of whiny cunts, eh? Christmas Eve, the bus is just a few minutes late and you're moaning about it. Christ, I'm glad I'm not spending Christmas with you. Bugger me. Ungrateful bastards. Anyway, next up is Zeppeliner Straße. We'll put the hammer down then, seeing as you complained about the fucking delay, eh? Jesus, motherfuckers! He's a dick. But we made it through fine. Just glance around here. We are pulling up here at the next one, which is just up the road. Indicate curbside. Get ready to stop here by the Sparkasse. Yeah. And then there's quite a few people. Old lady, of course, always dressed for the weather. You wouldn't expect none less from old women, would you? Guten Tag, guten Tag. Are you complaining about my delay as well? No, you just want a more ticket. Yeah, here we go. Chum chum. Any other tickets? No other tickets. Close doors. Lock him in and pull away. In behind us. Thank you, Trekker. You're back with me. I appreciate that very much indeed. Putting away here. Next up is Westerwaldstraße. It should be somewhere along here. That's one of those in the middle of the road kind of things. Not in the middle of the road, but sort of in between junctions. That's sort of one, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. It will be, of course, nothing like that's where I spent Christmas. At this moment, we're bound to get the warmest temperatures yet. Is forecast for not for New Year's, but for Christmas Eve. Yeah, that's a bit weird if you ask me. It should get close to double digits on New Year's Eve here in terms of temperature, which is just weird. Really weird. It shouldn't be that warm on Christmas. We should have like snow and that. Come on, lorry mate. Come on, lorry mate. Oh, his Festivalstrasse, the one up here might be the one here. We'll go out and cut up anybody waiting to turn, but we sort of already have bits of that lane. We need to drop off people and pick them up here, and then moving to curbside here. 3 people. We'll just open one door. Bring it in here. Open it as we pull up. That looks cool. We're an express bus. We don't even have time to stop. We need a short one. That one you gave me 2, so you get... Bow, chicka, wow, wow. Close everything up. Set up here, clear when we pull out. That little thingy here is terribly placed. It takes up part of my mirror. I don't appreciate that at all. Next up though is Frankenwaldstrasse. Let's see if reset. Nope, didn't really do much over there. We're still missing part of the mirror. It may be Frankenwaldstrasse that's in between junctions. We'll find out in a second. I have a button that I'm flicking here and I don't know what it does. It's doing something with wipers, I think. Let's indicate in here and pick up these people. If we can, and the frame rate is somewhat stable, which it isn't, but this is OMSI, it's never stable. Guten Tag, guten Tag, guten Tag, guten Tag, guten Tag, guten Tag, und guten Tag. Nobody wants a ticket, I can live with that. Let's just lock the doors. Lock the doors, we already had them locked. Indicator white. Traffic is very light about now. Again, you will be at your family, you'll be enjoying each other's company, having perhaps a bit of a drink, some Glück, or whatever they call it in Germany. Some Christmas cookery stuff before the main course. Don't know what the Germans eat for Christmas, but I'm sure it's delicious. We are going up next here at Wasserwerkstrasse. Ooh, but it's getting difficult to see now, especially as the sun is setting. Do we have... I have another button here that does a clicky thingy. We need to apply a bit of brake here, but that bit of frame rate just isn't helping. Oh, that's the high beams, that's for sure. I have another button that doesn't do much on my wheel. That's interesting. That's a horn. Important to know what that does. Very important, in fact. We've got another festive red light here just telling us to hold and have a Merry Christmas. No longer are we going to have a Merry Christmas. We're going to have a Merry Christmas somewhere else, of course. Lovely little Trabant. Probably heading to somewhere. Indicator here to curbside. Pick up all of these people. Short sleeves, -5 degrees. You guys are bloody Vikings, eh? Guten Tag, guten Tag. Wie geht's?
Ein Fahrschein bitte.
Einer Fahrschein, ja natürlich. Einer normaler Fahrschein. Ja, wie geht's? Oh, du hast keiner. Tour wechseln. Oh, hello, I was closing... No, we're not closing anybody out. I had that one nailed. So when were we supposed to be at Wasserwerkstrasse? 15, 16... Oh, we're just pushing a lateness, aren't we? Oh, a Trab even stopped for us. That's kind of it. So let's try and speed up here as we go towards Bierwinkel. Anybody taking this stop? Any takers? Any takers? Yes, takers on the bus stop. Alrighty, can we see? Can I push myself a bit further? The problem with having a wheel with, or rather a computer chair with wheels on it, is that you end up pushing yourself away from the steering wheel quite a lot of the time when you play this. Also, don't rally. I seem to do that a lot when I play that because I apply brakes quite vigorously. One bloke there. I hope you have a lovely Christmas there. We'll pull away here. And not spin tyres, right? Yeah, you're right. Next up is Hamburgen. Hamburgen! Sounds like a lovely place. I'm sure you'll all have a wonderful Christmas there. Oh, yes you will, with lovely people that you love and care much about. All on your own if you want to do that, that's okay. See, this lady's going to visit somebody. Going around here, having some lovely food and everything. See, they don't have presents just because it's not modelled into the game, but they're all bringing lots of presents for everybody. And they're very much looking forward to spending Christmas with the people that they love. Sharing gifts, having a good time, eating lovely food, having lots of good cake and cookies and everything. And they'll be walking away feeling happy about life. It's wholesome time here. Uncharacteristically wholesome time, but it's Christmas, goddammit, it's time to be wholesome, innit? See, we've got that guy there, he's a golden person because he's a vet and he's on call tonight because animals get unwell in Christmas as well, so it's very important that we take care of them as well. Good people, that. Good people. By the way, this video goes out to everybody who's working over the Christmas period, whether you're, I don't know, if you're in the emergency services, you work in hospitals, you work in care facilities, anywhere really where you work. If you're working today, maybe you'd be lorry driver or something like that has to work over Christmas. If that's you, then this video is for you, and please know that I have been thinking about you over Christmas, and I hope you will have a lovely Christmas to start working. Or like, you could be working in public transit, you could be a bus driver, you could work at a train station, you could be driving a train. If you drive a train, by the way, that's fucking cool. And I want to know more about you if you do, so please write below if you drive a train and just tell me everything about what it's like to drive a train. Okay, that's a cunt, but I won't beat my horn at him because it's Christmas Eve. That's a bit rude. Lorry driver is arriving home. He's probably been out driving all week. He's arriving home. He's going to spend some lovely time with his family. Oh, they're so excited. Imagine his little kids there waiting for him now. Going, Daddy's nearly home, Daddy's nearly home, Daddy's nearly home. And he's brought presents from like outside of the world. Ooh, it's Christmas, everybody. Hope you all like it. Next up is like Falcon here, Chaussee, I would imagine. Are we now approaching the long-term barrier? We got to stop coming up here, the long-term barrier. This is where the wall was. But it's no more. It's been knocked down. David Hasselhoff himself knocked this wall down. And the Germans loved him for it. I mean, it's the only reason why they could have listened to his music, isn't it? That is literally the only reason why. You could have had Nina singing 99 Luftballons. Probably not that song, because, you know, that's about war and destruction and all of that. But another song, that's for sure, that would be a bit more festive. Could have been performed. Anyway, we'll carry on here. This is where the wall was. It hasn't snowed because it's a symbol here. And of course it never snows in symbols. We're now on the old Eastern Bloc. This was communist territory for many, many years. We're stopping at Kölner Straße, which is... And now I need to try and look for this, because these are not bus stops like you would expect. See, here we have a bus stop coming up. A junction where they have cleared the snow. Probably just gridded it quite nicely. We'll come to a stop here at the bus stop. At the old East German one. We sort of parked on the curbing, but that just helps the old lady get on board. Guten Tag, frohe Weihnacht. Eine Karte für eine Kurzstrecke, ja. And that is... Kein Problem. Frohe Weihnacht. Indicate away from the curb. I think they say frohe Weihnacht anyway, frühe Weihnacht or something like that in Germany. Anyway, we're off here, carrying on. Next up is Rathaus Falkensee. I feel like that's incorrect, but whatever. If somebody's standing there and they're ready to get on board the bus, we'll just stop there anyway because I'm in a festive spirit. Ho ho! Has the game shut itself again? We trolled a wee bit back in time. We stopped here at the stop. Apparently we locked the doors. Let's open the doors and let these people on. Guten Tag, guten Tag, guten Tag. Oh, du willst eine Schein haben? Ja, eine... That one here, and then you need... Boom. There we go. Kein Probleme, ja. Natürlich. Guten Tag, guten Tag. Everybody's on board. Close all of the doors. Indicate a way. Looks like on the curbing here. Let's see if the game poops itself one more time. I don't think it did. I think we made it past that point. By the way, I'll try and just sit here, reset my track IR so it seems sort of more appropriate. Oh no, we may have gotten a bit further on here. Let's just wait and see if it has a bit of a moment. It might. Let's push this thing away over here so we can't see that as much. It disappears, that's always nice. Oh yeah, see, this is a very different part of Berlin we've arrived in here. Far more open and, well, quite weird actually. Seeing that stark contrast between a quite normal sort of urban metropolitan area and then this, which is sort of very much not within such short a space of time. And if you look at the buildings over here, they look very drab and dreary and everything. They really capture that difference between the east and the west quite well in this, which I think is a fantastic job by them. Whoops, that was the wiper here. We're stopping next time. I think they put the wipers on here now, right? Oh, no, that wasn't a wiper here. I think we should now have the wipers on sort of occasionally. Where's the next stop? I don't know, so I'm trying not to go too quickly. Just trying to see ahead. It does make a weird noise when we go over those places. They might have like the heating pumps might be really low in the ground or something. At the junctions, don't know, or maybe they're just bigger at the junctions. Yeah, look at that woman though. She's going to get pneumonia. Jesus Christ, poor woman. Hey, look at how sad and everything looks. It's just not really that happy a place, isn't it? They've got mantas though, so that's good. And golfs. Lovely golf. Little kid over there's certainly got his denim on. That'll help a bit with the warmth. Always go double denim. That's what they say about fashion, innit? Another Trabant. Terrible car, that. Absolutely dreadful. We may just be coming towards the City Hall over here, but we don't know. And again, the houses over here, they look a bit drab and everything, but I'm sure everybody who lives here is very nice. And I hope that they got all of their friends and family around them for Christmas. Usually you've got your family around, don't you? Yeah. So I'm hoping with their families and everybody who they love very much to spend Christmas with. Oh dear. Let's just come to a nice and gentle stop here. This is one of those unmarked stops that I don't technically think is in the route planner, but we'll take it. Everybody should be home for Christmas. Guten Tag, guten Tag, guten Tag. Guten Tag. Guten Tag. Ist das der...
Eine Kurzstrecke.
Eine Kurzstrecke, ja natürlich. Eine Kurzstrecke, das ist 5 Marks. Und das ist... Das, ja, das ist 3. Lock the rear. Pull away. Yeah, we're just a wee bit ahead of ourselves. This may have been Kölner Straße. No, certainly not. This must have been... Hang on. I must have messed it up at some point. This may have been Kölner Straße. Next stop is Rathaus Falkensee. The City Hall in Falkensee, of course. Although there's not really that much of a city. It's just a couple of houses scattered about and a couple of industrial facilities as well. Greenhouses and that. And we can hear the cobbles coming through. They've just paved over them. They haven't bothered to remove them. Why would you do that, am I right? Either we're getting into the more built-up part of town. And that is, of course, quite nice. We're stopping next time. We'll just wave at that bloke because he's a lovely bus driver. I don't know how they do it with the buses, though, on Christmas. I don't know if you just get to work, like, up till 6 and then you'll work, or then you get to go home. You might get to bring your bus home so you can get to eat dinner with your family and that, if you live anywhere nearby. Or how that works. I just remember having to pick up one of our family members who took a bus ride for several years. Once they became too... Yeah, we don't have any collision on, so that's fine. I'll go ahead and I'll just... Okay, we've got a Trabi here as well, so we'll pull up here. Ignore that, it's all fine. It's Christmas after all. It's a Christmas miracle that we can drive through a car. Yeah, remember having to pick up a family member at a one of the major bus hubs. This is where we're turning, right? Yeah, it is. I was just confused here with all the junctions and that. But yeah, remember doing that. There's always a bus driver on board. They stayed the night though, so they didn't have to catch the bus back home because it was like a 2.5 hour bus ride. About twice as long as it would take to do it in a car. But anyway, Guten Tag, Anna, Erinnerungstarif.
Das ist der falsche Schein.
Ja, ich weiß, kein Problem. Ja, and you gave me that. So that is that. And then anybody else?
Einmal normal, bitte.
Einer normal, ja, Fahrscheine über hier und das mich 3, 4, 6.
Entschuldigung, jetzt haben Sie mir ein bisschen viel rausgegeben.
Ja, ja. It's a Christmas miracle you got too much change, mate. Why are you moaning about it? Oh, you're German, that's right. You're just doing that because, you know, that's what you do. So we're coming to the end stop. But you can see Bahnhof. We'll let that hobby make a turn. Hopefully the Manta won't need to turn. And hopefully it'll stop with pedestrians soon. Otherwise we'll be here for fucking ages, right? Go on, Trabby. You've got room now before the woman crosses. No, you don't. Great. Okay. It's the Christmas spirit. We'll just sit here and we'll all sing along. Right, about Christmas songs from Germany. We all know them, right? All those belters. Like that one and the other ones. Come on, Hen. Can you get a move on up in the Trabby? Righto. You clearly can't, so I'm going around. We're spinning tyres at the back, but we're steering sort of okay. This is also why you turn off collisions with other cars. You end up in situations like that, which is just the result of the game being developed by a very small team, and so things go a bit wrong. That's fine though, it's Christmas, we'll live. We'll just live off of the fact that all of these lovely people in the back, they're getting ready to get off. They may be going on a train, but they're getting close to their family. And the people that are looking forward to having them round for Christmas. Right, that's a lovely time for them. Everybody's in a good mood, everybody's very happy. It's a good time, this. A very good time. The best of times, actually, if we're honest. And we usually are. Well, this is a disused stop. We don't stop there. Certainly not on this line, it may be for a different line. We'll just let that bloke cross the road, seeing as he's not really wearing enough clothing. Oh, where do we turn? Do we turn? Is this a bus? No, no, we need to go further, don't we? Yes, we need to go further. I hope. Otherwise we're up in a place we don't need to be. But, you know, it's just a new experience for everybody if we do that. That's fine. We just come round, see some stuff we wouldn't normally have seen. Like this, over here at the Einkaufszentrum, which apparently is lit. Do we... No, we don't turn here, do we? Do we? No, we don't. We carry on, and then we turn here right before the train line. That must be the same train line that we can see in town. No, it's not. It's in the... Is it the same one? I don't know. But we're certainly approaching here the bus stop, so we'll go ahead here. We can just snip in around here. We just need to go slightly further. Also, we're slightly understeering there. But we needed to go wide because we got through a tight gap. Anyway, we're coming to the end of this lovely Christmas transport of all of these lovely Germans. They'll be home for Christmas. I haven't driven them home for Christmas because I don't like that song very much. Come to a stop here. Open the doors, close the front doors. Haben eine sehr guten Tag, ja natürlich. Tschüss, tschüss. Und auf Wiedersehen und alles ist klar, ja. And thank you very much for watching this Christmas bus driving special. I do hope you have a lovely Christmas. I'll see you another time.